Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this week's energy forecast. I'm Sarah Louise. I'm an intuitive, a reader of the cosmic weather, here to share with you my take on what's coming up this week. So your weekly energy forecast. So firstly, I start this forecast with a huge apology for not sending out last week's weekly. I was on my knees feeling extremely poorly, and I say thanks to that eclipse season. Yeah, that last eclipse in Scorpio smashed this little Scorpio more than I'd like to admit. There's a reason that I'm saying that was probably the most potent eclipse season that we're ever going to go through in this lifetime. It was ending cycles that have been really running since around 2020, and since 2020 we have gone through some massive changings, endings, beginnings, transformations on levels that we didn't even know existed. So the fact that that last Scorpio eclipse was a closing point, no wonder it came with a massive crescendo of energy. So anyway, that season was all about helping us to really see what needs to end, what can't go forward, what isn't in the long term, massive endings, things being eclipsed out, and making us really take a look at where we're at. That was, where are you at? How are you going? Can you sustain yourself going forward? Are you living your best life? And if you're not, take a look and make some changes. So it's been a huge time, like huge. And, personally, I never get sick. My kids were saying to me, Mom, I don't think I've ever seen you sick. Like, I just don't get sick. And for me to really kind of surrender into that energy and just take on that sickness, and it was huge. So I know that it's huge for everyone. Not everyone got sick, not everyone's story is the same, but everyone's going to be feeling it on some really deep level, like massive rebirth, dying out, ending of old. There's been parts of me in the last 2 weeks that I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm dying, and I feel like parts of me were, because they needed to. And that will be the same for everybody. Yeah, just different stories, different ways how it's going to be showing up, but massive transformation, massive change, massive stepping up, massive evolution, and, really taking those higher vibes. Yeah, really kind of tuning into those higher vibes. And we can't get there if we're holding on to anything that holds us down. That eclipse season is over. We've just had that beautiful new moon in Taurus, which I believe is a real blessing. But it's a new moon, and it's literally just happened, this weekend. It's a new moon that wants us to, set our new intentions, plant the new seeds. But it's not like the normal kind of just monthly cycle. It's like a real long term, it's like a deep rooted seed that we're being asked to plant, something that's going to sustain and go with us long haul. Yeah, so it's not just, what do you want to bring in right now? Let's keep it light and bright and fluffy. It's like, it's deep. It's like, what seeds are you planting? And not that just kind of fulfill your desire in a moment, but what do you need long term? Yeah, what do you need going forward? Yeah, what seeds do you need to plant for a lifetime of happiness, for a lifetime of love, for a lifetime of security and stability? Because, these seeds, Taurian seeds under this new moon, are very much around safety and security. They're beautiful. So that's just happened this week. The energy is quite slow. It's we're being asked to be patient. We're being asked to walk, not run. We're being asked to think before we speak. We're being asked to take it slowly and be okay with that. We're still in a kind of rest recovery stage, yeah, after all that chaos. So just enjoy this, because it's not always like this. It's going to pick up. It's going to be busy again, probably next week. So just this week, just take it easy. There is no race. Yeah, and we're never going to get there, and we're never going to get it all done. So let's just enjoy the journey a bit more. Let's go for a walk and take a look at what's around, and, you know, wow, like notice the sunrise and the sunset and the beautiful trees and the flowers that are around you, and, you know, what season are you in? And, you know, really kind of really get into that beautiful kind of nature and you. Yeah, you've got to look after and nurture you right now, because, you know, I bang on about this every week, but we're in massive, huge times. Yeah, transformation, change, step up, evolve. And it's not just how we used to, it's like bam, 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 bam. So this week we actually go from Taurus season into Gemini season. So we got to remember in Gemini season that we are this physical body, but we're also this incredible soul. Remember the two twins, the mortal and the immortal. Remembering about, you know, we have this physical life that has cycles, endings and beginnings, but we have this soul that is immortal, is just forever. Yeah, and we kind of come into a beautiful alignment with those. It's also a season about communication. We've got to really look at how we're communicating our wants, our needs. How are we communicating with others? Do we need to work on our communication? Do we need to open up? Notice that I have a really funny voice right now, left from that horrible virus I had. It's left me with this, you know, funny that we're going into Gemini season. It's all about communication, speaking up, communicating wants and needs. And what I really feel about this time is that there is so much opportunity, and there's so much kind of the universe and elevation and so much on offer to us, especially with, remember, we got Jupiter that's gone into Taurus for 12 months. There's so much for us to gain with love and beauty and money and all the things that as humans we quite like, but we got to feel worthy of it. So there's massive work we need to do during this time on our self-worth, because if we don't feel worthy of what the universe has to give us, we're going to pass it by. We're not going to take it. So we've got to really work on our self-worth. We've got to speak up. We've got to feel worthy of who we are and our wants and our needs and our desires, and really step up into that fearlessly. Yeah, that's huge around this time at the moment. So in one way, it's a kind of quiet week because there's no like big alignments happening. I mean, there is a bit of a square happening, which is going to cause a little bit of tension in the air. So we've got to be careful of frustration or anger or irritability because of that, you know, but we just remember to breathe, think before we speak, you know, just choose our words wisely and just be conscious. You know, maybe a little bit of alone time might be quite good this week, just to be calm. I mean, there's that, but there's nothing massively major happening. So just let's be chill, let's be calm, let's do some nice, beautiful, nurturing work. Yeah, let's work on our self-worth. Let's work on getting ourselves really nice and healthy, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Drink that water, get out in nature, do the things that you need to do that you know, help you to look after you. It's not going to be this slow forever. As I said, who even knows now? I haven't even tuned into the energy next week. It's just been enough just tuning in for the up and coming week. So yeah, have a beautiful week. I see you. You've got this. You're in the game of life, so you're winning right now. Pat yourself on the back. Yeah, this is not for the faint-hearted these days. So yeah, I send you lots of love, lots and lots of love, and have a beautiful week.